well for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it. Ask questions, demand answers.
Do you think that the fires in California, where all the celebrities live, started to cover up any evidence linked to the Diddy case?
Wait a minute. So did Diddy's home that was supposed to go into evidence in just a few days really just burned to the ground? It's not on. And along with a lot of the celebrities that are intertwined with Diddy, their homes and evidence went burnt to the ground.
From Hollywood conspiracy theories to misconceptions about government resources, the ongoing fires in Los Angeles have sparked intense emotions, only fueling the spread of conspiracy theories. For those who aren't caught up to speed, a conspiracy theory is circulating on social media claiming that the fires in LA were intentionally started to destroy evidence of the alleged Diddy tunnels. Yeah, I know. There's a ton of discourse about this on social media right now after a video of a girl by the name Allie Carter, who claims to be a victim of Diddy's, is circulating all over the internet. Now, let's backtrack a little bit. Back in late 2024, it was reported by several media outlets that during an investigation on Diddy's home, the FBI found tunnels connecting Michael Jackson's house and Diddy's house. And you won't believe what they found at the end of the tunnels.
As they went deeper, they found strange items scattered on the floor, including children's clothes and baby oil. They continued on and came to the end of the tunnel, and the sight before them shocked everyone. The police immediately called for backup and took photos to gather evidence, and Diddy's crime was further confirmed.
And now, various TikTokers and people all over Twitter have shared claims online suggesting that the LA fires were deliberately set to destroy evidence related to the upcoming Diddy trial that is set out to be on May 5th of this year, and are insinuating that this was all a ploy to cover up the supposed secret underground tunnels connected to his house. Media outlets were reporting that the tunnel linked Diddy's residence to the Playboy Mansion, supposedly for quick escape or movement that people believe for child trafficking. Again, Diddy's trial is scheduled for May 5th of 2025, and some social media users are now suggesting that celebrity homes were intentionally destroyed to cover up involvement or evidence related to Diddy's case and his recent charges. Diddy faces charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for prostitution following his arrest in late 2024. I'm sure most of you are aware by now that Los Angeles is grappling with some of the most destructive wildfires in its history, something we've never seen before. The exact root of this wildfire is unknown, but many believe it was driven by severe dry season and hurricane-strength winds. According to the Los Angeles Times, at least 5 people have passed away, and over 130,000 Southern California residents are under evacuation orders. The fires are extremely intense, and it doesn't seem to be getting better anytime soon. Officials report that at least 2,000 structures have been destroyed, while more than 7,500 firefighters have been deployed to combat the flames. Even residents whose homes are safe face hazardous air quality, smoky skies, and falling ash. It's just so devastating all around. Thankfully, there are certain companies like Airbnb who are offering temporary solutions throughout this time for people to have a place to stay in temporarily, along with some other companies, so that's nice. But as first responders are struggling to control the disaster, an old clip from alleged trafficking survivor Allie Carter has resurfaced online amid the fires. Now, Allie Carter was allegedly trafficked at a young age to a lot of elite predators. She says she survived to tell her story that CPS trafficked her out to Hollywood to these higher-ups, and that the Getty Museum is behind the fires. This video appears to fuel conspiracy theories about the LA wildfire, where many people online who discovered this footage claim that Allie was the one that predicted these fires all along, as she uploaded this video on October 24th of last year. But before we get into that, she alleged abuse by numerous powerful figures, including celebrities and political leaders. Allie, who recently spoke in an interview with Stu Peters, reiterated her previous accusations, alleging, "I've been trafficked through many elite places, from Buckingham Palace to under the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, still under the custody of Child Protective Service." On her website, Allie stated that she suffers from DID and post-traumatic stress disorder. She also made a video talking about the horrific things she had to experience with Diddy.
One time he locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids that were sick and that were already dying. There were babies. There were babies that were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying, and everybody was just staring at them. Everybody was just staring at each other. Nobody knew whether or not to move. I was freaked out. And I got up and I held her. And they opened the truck and they took her from me because they said she was already sick. And they killed her. Her name was Bailey. And they divvied everybody out like fucking retail. One person, she wouldn't stop crying. So they said that they would just send her off to somebody who was already sick, that had AIDS, that was gonna die soon, because she wouldn't shut up.
You don't live in the world you think you do. Everybody that you think is not guilty is about to show you who they really are. I've been screaming for years. So now, if you see me over here trying to live a normal life and tying up loose ends as just mind your business, or don't. We were followed the night that Diddy was arrested. I left a place that I was in, minding my own business, finally trying to stop for a second and get my life back. You know what? I'm not even upset about that. I'm upset about the fact that I have to walk back into this place and I have to tell you all goodbye. So if you know who I am and you know me as Justice, you know I'm about to walk into this building and tell you I gotta go. Nobody ever thinks about the victims. Nobody. The victims' lives get turned around when the predators' lives want to just get announced. You slap them on the wrist and you bring up every source of trauma for the victim. Nobody wants to stop and think about that. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through this shit right now with other people who are running to cover their ass and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why you running? You see how it feels when the world is a little quiet, like, oh, my superstar, my idol? What about the victim? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did.
What's interesting though is that on October 24th, Ali had posted a video about these quote-unquote accidental fires that were going to take place, which is interesting now given the timing of the LA fires just 2 months later.
Say this to help some of you guys out. There will be no accidental car accidents. There will be no accidental fires.
The Franklin fire in Malibu, it has pushed away from homes, but it has entered some very...
They exist everywhere. They lead to amusement parks, they lead to hospitals, cemeteries, schools, celebrity homes, psychic shops. They lead everywhere. At 15, my put me on an order to go to the Getty, Los Angeles, California Museum. I was told I was going to walk through a field trip. I was taken with another girl. We were put in dresses and sandals. We pulled up to the museum in a sports car. We were told that we were trying to get a different appearance. So we walked through the museum. There are employees that know exactly what's going on in the museum. They block the doors, know where the entrances and exits are. They take their orders from someone else when someone is trying to get underground through the Getty Los Angeles Museum.
And the fires don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. It's just crazy. She emphasized that in these parties, abuse would occur under the guise of extravagant celebrations. I was there, I witnessed it all. It wasn't just parties, it was something much more sinister. And now, again, in the wake of the recent LA wildfires, several people are talking about this all over TikTok, reposting this video of hers, and people are just shocked, you guys. Most people on social media are glad that everyone is finally catching up and are praising Ali for never backing down and really using her platforms for all these years to advocate against traffickers. I hope everyone hears about what these beasts do to babies and children. I hope that Ali Carter will be known all over the world. Ali Carter is one of our strongest warriors. She's gone through stuff they put in movies or our worst nightmares. She's important in the truth coming out. The darkness is coming to light. Now, of course, people wanted to know what Ali was going to say about all this, since people are shocked about the timing of all this, being like her words really came into fruition. And in response to all the conspiracies making rounds on social media, Ali went on live to post this video on January 9th, just 2 days ago, and apparently her posts are getting censored. And also, I've seen other people's videos on TikTok that were talking about this and sharing this get censored as well. So it would say video unavailable when I would go back to try to watch it again. So very, very interesting.
I know a lot of people relate to us because there's something that has happened in your life that you can relate to. So stay with me. The Getty's burning? Is it? Because didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all there will be an accidental explosion? Accidental fire? And the next thing you know, celebrities' homes would be on fire. Things would be on fire. I pray for the people in its path. but I also pray that it exposes the things that it needs to.
But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the claims suggesting a connection between the LA fires, Diddy, the concealment of evidence, and the alleged underground tunnels? Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know in the comments. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.